Yeah, so it's been a few years, but it's still around. 350 Legend hasn't given up yet. Hasn't gone the way of the 224 Valkyrie or the 6.8 SPC, where, man, I can find 224 Valkyrie ammo. I can't really find 6.8 SPC. I'm not really looking. I don't own guns in either one of those two calibers. But I was afraid that this guy would go in that direction and just kind of the marketing hype would die off and it would go away. And it hasn't. And I'm really shocked at that. Even prices for it haven't really gone that far up. Now, that might be a regional thing if you live in a certain state where everybody shoots this, which I'm in Ohio and everybody does shoot this, or a good number of people shoot this. Yeah, ammo demand is going to be higher in certain places. So, is it still worth it? Yeah, I think it's still worth it. I don't think that there was a marketing hype issue like there was with a lot of the other cartridges that came out, like the 6.8 and the 224 Valkyrie. I think those just they were a product of their own marketing and nothing more, and it failed them. And now it'd be kind of unusual to see anybody at the range with those two calibers. I know hog hunters like the 6.8, and I can understand why. So, in the state of Ohio, we can't hunt with bottleneck cartridges like 300 Blackout. I like 300 Blackout. I think it's really kind of a weak cartridge. It's the slowest rifle caliber in 308 that I know of, maybe besides 30 carbine. Pretty sure 30 carbine is slower, so maybe it's the second slowest. Anyhow, I don't think that this is kind of, as a lot of people say it, like really Thor's hammer, like, oh, it's a heavy hitting AR. I'm like, nah, maybe within those really close ranges. And this, the only reason that I really have a 300 Blackout, this is a subsonic. I really like the subsonics. I really like this cartridge. Would not hunt with it. And you'll see a lot of people that will defend it and say, "Oh yeah, I'll hunt with that." They're always using the Barnes bullets and stuff. So, yeah, this is the rifle I put together back in 2019. Didn't get around to deer season, unfortunately. Yeah, I still like it. I still enjoy it. It's not super accurate, but it's better than nothing. It's better than a slug gun, definitely. And I'll take it out to 200 yards and I'll shoot it out to 200 yards. And it's about 7 inches of drop. It's consistent drop, though. It's nothing crazy. Again, not going with the crazy marketing like. And 300 Blackout wasn't immune to that crazy marketing that a lot of the other cartridges got, where people were saying, oh, you can shoot out to 600 yards with 300 Blackout all the time because subsonics have such great ballistic coefficients that you can just get out there. And well, yeah, but how tall are the turrets on your scope to get that kind of an elevation out of it? How wide is the tube? What's the tube diameter that you got to have to dial that up? Because that's a lot of drop at 600 yards with the subsonic. Yeah, I don't know if I'd push it. Maybe 400 yards with supersonic and subsonic, but I don't know. That's a tricky call. Plus, your point of aim is different between the two, sub and super. Anyhow, tangent over. Would I do this again? No, I wouldn't do this again. I would buy an upper. I would not have done what I did here, where I built this upper. I bought the barrel. I bought everything separate. Yes, I'm a poor man. That is a burst scope. I bought everything separate, and the issue is this thing will jam. So as it's going in the chamber, it's gonna want to cock up like that or cock down like that, and it's not every time. And these pointed bullets really do help it funnel itself into the chamber. That's why I keep to these pointed bullets. Yeah, I can also use these like leaded round nose bullets, soft point bullets. Those work too. Some of the really, really broad nosed bullets, which I think there's only one out there, really doesn't like this gun. The gun doesn't like those bullets. I think Winchester puts them out, 180 grain projectile, really broad, soft nose projectile. Doesn't feed well. And that just has to do with the feed ramp and it trying to chamber the round and it getting caught up on that big nose of a bullet. You can polish it. I polished my feed ramps. It helped a lot. Didn't totally mitigate the issue, but lessened it. It's unusual when I jam, and I've got B-roll footage of it jamming. That way you can see kind of what I'm talking about, where it's like it wants to chamber but it can't quite. You know, it's one of those deals. So, yeah, nice little 200 yard and in. I've never had an issue recovering a deer. I think I've only had one issue where I couldn't find the deer because the deer jumped over a creek right as I took a shot, and that was shot placement and just really sucky timing on my part, and I felt, as every hunter does, incredibly bad about that situation, where it's like, yeah, that deer should have been dead. It should have been, taken care of, but stuff happens. Stuff happens. That was a few years back. Never did find that deer. So, yeah, besides the receiver, the upper receiver, I would do everything again. I mean, I hand load for this. I hand load for every cartridge I shoot. But I would do it again. Now, one last thing before I go. A lot of people online will compare the 300 Blackout to the 30-30. Tell me, why do you think I don't think that way? Wrong answers only. Anyways, you're getting so much more power and so much more velocity out of the 30-30 than you are in 300 Blackout. There's no way you can get around that. I mean, yeah, older rifles, the chamber pressure isn't as high, or the other thing, whatever argument they want to throw in there, you can't. There's no comparison in between the 300 Blackout and the 30-30. I'm sorry. Maybe 350 Legend and 30-30. I know that the bullet diameter is the same. Different. It's not the same. But we're running the same weight bullets at roughly the same velocities. So, yeah. I also have typically poor BCs, but that's just the nature of the cartridge itself. So, but if you're wondering about the power of the 350 Legend, just imagine it can do just about everything a 30-30 can do. So yeah, anyways, that's all I got for this video.